Hi, learner lovers. This is Tracy of Totally Not Taboo. This is where we talk about everything sex and sexuality that is considered taboo. Welcome to another episode. And today we have our famous, delicious, amazing, gorgeous, talented, fabulous Adam.
Hello, I am so happy to be here. This is the best thing that's happened to me in a while.
No.
Oh, absolutely. I feel so energized. I am so present right now. I feel like I could, like Prince of Persia style, run across the walls of the room. I'm so happy to be here.
Sorry, I think you're a bit of a drama queen.
Maybe. Maybe.
But
I
it's
have
great
such a
to hear
reserved
that.
job. I kind of like, I need to express it outwards whenever I'm
Adam,
not working.
I love Adam.
Oh.
I love you for your energy, for your drama. I love you for your performances and your exquisite voice and your exquisite everything.
I'm dying. Thank you
And-
so much. My face is like going red. I can feel it getting hot.
No, you're just amazing.
Thank you so much.
And I had you on my podcast, I think it was maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
2022.
Yeah.
Early 2022.
Exactly.
In fact, I would say probably like, when was it? April, March 2022 we recorded.
Somewhere around
And it
there.
released somewhere in May.
Yes. And you were just starting. But before we get into the show,
Yes.
I'd like to read your bio
Oh, I love that.
and tell our wonderful listeners all about you.
Self-aggrandizement. I love it.
I'll do my best, okay?
Thank you. Okay.
Adam, the Glamour Clown, has been a staple entertainer in South African drag scene. In the South African drag scene for a number of years, breaking numerous glass ceilings for drag entertainers and forging a remarkable mainstream drag scene in Johannesburg, becoming the first drag artist on Seven de Laan, opening the Clicks Beauty Playground, and opening and hosting for numerous international drag sensations like Manila's Luzon, Alaska 5000, Brooklyn Heights, and Trinity the Tuck.
That's my bestie. I love her.
You're going to tell me all about it. Her accomplishments continue to accumulate, and the bar continues to be raised with every show she does. This year alone, she has headlined for Richmond Mzinzi.
Rich Mnisi.
Thank you. Ex-Adidas, as well as being booked as the grand finale for the Nike.
Be
Right?
True event. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is the Nike Be True event.
Uh-huh.
And she closed last year's Pride Month with her own nationwide tour with another star from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, my baby Trin. Miss Trin.
The Adam experience is one that South Africa can't seem to get enough of, and her impact will undoubtedly write a chapter in our queer history books that will influence many in her stead.
I love that.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
Tracy.
hey, steed.
Yeah.
Make room for the undisputed queen of nightlife.
It's me. That bio is so nice. I listen to stuff like this and it actually like blows my mind. You just in being here have given me so much love and so much like praise. Like I hear stuff like this and it gives me an out of body experience sometimes. You know what I mean?
Tell me more.
I don't know. Like just kind of hearing and speaking about like achievements is to me actually taboo in a way. I feel overwhelmed a lot of times like with gratitude from hearing things like this and seeing the stuff people would write about me or the stuff that you would say about me naturally, just even as you started the podcast. It's genuinely, and I'm not trying to be like a pageant queen about it. I really appreciate it and I love it and it blows me away. Sometimes, after a big show, I'll sit at home and I like read some of the stuff and it makes me emotional. Like I weep. I wept when I saw that artwork. I'm getting emotional now. So yeah, I loved it. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And you know what? Speaking to a celebrity is what you just said now. When you get home and you're Adam,
Yeah.
and you reading through all the, content that as other people have posted, the feedback. I imagine that knowing you the way I do, that humility that you sit with is like a real wow.
Can I tell you, it brings me to tears.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I don't feel like a celebrity as much as I feel maybe like a person with cultural impact, if that makes sense. And I see these things and I genuinely have this out-of-body experience because I also get home and look like a different person.
Yes.
So I'm like looking at this gorgeous lady on the stage doing these like crazy things and getting these standing ovations and there's actually a video for I Dreamed a Dream at the very end. There's like a 2-minute standing ovation and I'm just like on stage afterwards like crying. It shocks me. It really shocks me, and just the reception of all of the stuff that we've been putting out has been like surreal. Even just coming here, I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for even involving me again.
Oh my God, such a pleasure. So I just have to give context to that I Dreamed a Dream. So firstly, you are a musician.
Yes.
And you studied music at university.
I did indeed.
And so when I heard you sing, I can't remember what song it was on the Espresso Show.
Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
From A Little Mermaid, exactly. I got shivers because not only are you a drag artist, but you have the most amazing voice.
Oh, Tracy,
no,
thank you.
I was blown away because your artistry is something unbelievable. And then you played me the segment of I Dreamed a Dream. Where was that? Where was that show done?
So that was part of a tour. That was part of the Trinity tour. Actually, that bio mentioned that was the tour that we closed Pride Month with. And that one was the one where I sang better. But in Cape Town, we sang it. And I actually had such a big cry on stage. Like, I couldn't even finish the number. And I had like a standing ovation from before the number even ended. It was crazy. So we sang it during that tour. I did a couple of songs throughout that. And obviously, I hosted and put the show together. Theo, of course, my business and life partner, got like all the admin done and got us our dressing rooms and made sure we booked the theaters and everything was booked. So we did that at the Menlyn Barnyard Theater. That's that specific video that we did it. And then in Cape Town we did it at the old Fugard Theater, which is now called the Homecoming Theater. So that was incredible.
Wow, really. And it's been a real pleasure to watch you grow.
Thank you.
Just going back to 2020. Mm-hmm. To COVID when you arrived here for my daughter's surprise birthday party, and you weren't even a drag artist then.
I was not. I was facilitating the drag shows. I knew that this was the line of work that I was comfortable with and that I loved, but I didn't even do it. And my it's going to sound weird if I say it like that. I was going to say my long dead sister. No. Aphrodite has since retired. She's a very lovely, wonderful photographer. Now I love her to absolute bits. One of my faves. But Aphrodite came and did that show. She broke a few shoes. But that was the. You know what? I know it sounds like so messy and it was so crazy or whatever, but that's kind of the magic of it. Yeah. I was telling you. I wanted to tell you something. From that day, I have had. So we were sitting in the car getting her nails on, like getting her ready, like we needed to make sure she was good, and that dumb bee. What can I swear? Am I allowed to say?
For it.
That dumb fucking bitch. We got in here, we were so excited. She left her nail glue open in my car with her nails in the cubby hole. And to this day, there is a layer of resin-encased nails in my car. The people who service my car couldn't get it out. The people who service, so there are nails perfectly preserved from that day that I looked at this morning as I was driving here. I was like, I must tell Tracy that the remnants of that day is always with me. It looks like a museum display.
That's hysterical.
It's like perfectly clearly encased.
Because they did not stay on her nails.
Well, all the fucking glue is in my car. So of course they didn't stay on. I'm so upset. Oh, but you know what? I love it. And that was the magic of drag. It was so brazen. I would describe it as brazen. It was just like, yeah, we're here and we're about to do this show, and that's exactly what you're about to get.
Exactly. And so I kind of look at that as quite an amateur experience.
It was. Yeah, it was.
And so I want to know how you have grown and developed from being the manager of Aphrodite and other drag queens to becoming one of the most respected and most admired drag artists in South Africa today.
Can I tell you what it was? It was necessity. I think last time we did speak about how I had to start drag because, like, you know, COVID happened, and I, in good faith, cannot, you know, I couldn't bring myself to like ask the queens that I knew who were around at the time to do shows for free until we did something. So I was like, well, then I'll just have to be the drag queen. I'll just have to do it because I don't need to pay myself as long as I can get the job done, right? And it started from there. And you know what? Managing, I would say more facilitating the queens' work, like getting it together, being their liaison, making sure everything works. The impact came from hard work, crazy amounts of hard work. I mean, in 2022, when we last spoke, that year I did 130 shows, exactly. We worked hard. Theo and I, seriously, we were pitching, we were, you know, going to venue spaces. Obviously, there were no spaces for drag queens except for beefcakes, and I have my own hang-ups about beefcakes. You know, there were no spaces for us. So Babylon was kind of, you know, of course, the once a week moment, but you can't make a career of a show once a week. And you certainly can't make a career out of something as in flux as nightlife in one specific space anyway. So I was like, I mean, I can't rest and sit and wait for this club to, I don't know, change or close or something might happen or, you know, you never know. Listen, Babylon's been going strong. Good for us. But I couldn't do it. So we worked hard. And then beginning of 2023, I had that really terrible breakup. And I consciously was like, I need to slow down. I need to slow down. And I told myself, I'm slowing down. I'm not doing as much work. I'm going to focus on like higher profile work. Cut to 2023 at the end of the year. I was like, let me just see the gigs because I have like, I'm a writer. I write down all my shows. I write them down because I need to see them as they're arriving. I can't have digital stuff. It doesn't work with me. Also because I get distracted. I want to go on Instagram, you know, whatever. And turns out last year we did 135 shows. Wow. But in my heart, I was like, I feel so good. I'm resting. I'm not doing as much work. Well, it's easy breezy. This is stunning. And then at the end of the year, I went to Theo. I was like, how many shows do you think we did? He was like 80, maybe 70. I was like 135 of them. So we did even more. And this year, even more. And can I tell you something? As I was healing from the breakup and as I was, you know, kind of coming into my own as an artist, I'm kind of grateful for the breakup in the sense that it made me a bit more fearless. I was like, I actually have nothing to lose. I have nothing more to lose. I will go to the space and I will tell them this is how much I cost and this is what I will be doing. And they always went, yes. And then we created and pushed and pushed and pushed until October. Let's start with May. I mean, I did the Rich Mnisi Adidas event. It's called One of One. That was mind-blowing for me. That was like career-defining for me. I got to, you know, do Beyonce for a person who dresses Beyonce. Wow. Yeah. Just the other day, oh my word, side note. Because he's a friend of mine. He posted a thing. He was with Beyonce. He was just hanging out with Beyonce at her hair care launch. And I was like, Oh, that's very nice, Rich. You are bald. Why are you at the hair care launch right now, Richard Nichard? I can't believe you do that to me. Bring me the product. I'm a Beyonce impersonator. Like, I need it. Anyway, so it's crazy that, you know, we have that kind of reach here. But so that was career defining. And then as the year progressed, I just got, you know, I got to do the Clicks Beauty Playground again. And this time have a bigger role in it. And I again sang Part of Your World there. And that's where, you know, I started really getting like to know Alan Ford, who has been one of the kindest, most amazing people to me. And he has helped me indelibly, you know, to make such a stunning impact on the South African media scene. You know, he's the one that got me on Expresso, you know, to help me promote for the tour, for the Trinity tour. And gosh, I don't even know where it started. And then Nike called me up. They were like, hello, we're doing the Be True event. Please, will you be our closing act? I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm getting phone calls from Nike. Yeah. After I just did the show for Adidas. After just doing this thing on Expresso. And doing all this stuff. So it's just kind of been like almost overwhelming. And then with the Trinity tour kind of being like the peak of what I was planning for the year, because that was my own money. And there was a lot of drama around the tour. I was just like, holy cow. I need to take a second to breathe and to just see my life for what it is right now. You know, I'm a 26-year-old homeowner because of drag. That is... I mean, when I was 16, sneaking into every single Friday night, I hope you're listening, Betty. Every single Friday night, I would sneak into Beefcakes. 16 years old, every Friday. I can still recite that show. Every Friday for, I'm not joking, maybe 3 years. And they did the same show. Yeah, you guys need to change it up. I did the same. I don't even do the same number twice. No, that's a lie. I've lied to your listeners already. And I would sneak in and I'd watch that drag show every single Friday night at 7 p.m. Go in, watch the show, stand at the back so nobody would see me, because they also would ask for entrance and I just like quickly run in like whenever someone wasn't looking. And I watch it to think now like that was going to be my career, and not just my career, but like I was going to have the opportunity to like give my friends and my family, because, you know, my drag family is my family. Opportunities wherever I can. It's like, it feels really beautiful to me. I have 2 drag daughters, Phoenix and Zabski B. They are 2 of the most talented, incredible people I've ever met. My drag family is so incredible, and to be a person who's lucky enough to spearhead it, because I do believe hard work, of course, but luck is a big factor in many things. And I think I'm lucky to be who I am and to have been in the same place. Because I will say, though, I can make something out of nothing.
Oh, that's for sure.
will, if somebody gives me an opportunity, I will make that opportunity. I will bleed that opportunity till there's nothing left. And, you know, that's the kind of thing that makes me not only believe in luck, but I'm just very happy and very great. I'm in a space in my life where I'm super grateful, because I just like, I get to go look. My job is I go get extremely beautiful in these high-end couture garments. Literally, couturiers are making my garments. Shout out to Tamea, Double T Design. Literally one of the most talented people I've ever met. And I get to make people laugh and smile and forget their problems. You know, again, not to make it a little too deep, but like on multiple occasions, I've had people come to the shows. Oh, it makes me emotional. Hey, come to the shows and they're like, it's one of their like last wishes. Like people come there and they're like terminally ill. And they're like, this was one of my favorite memories that I've had. Thank you for this. And I'm like, I just woke up this morning and came here. I can't believe it. And for a while, it kind of stressed me out, if I'm honest, because I was like, I didn't ask for that pressure. But then I realized it's not pressure. They came to see what I've already been doing. And that's the beauty of my job. And I think that like realizing that and being so grateful for the fact that I get to put on beautiful hair and makeup, beautiful clothes. I get to go do what I'm great at for people who I love, my friends, my family, and then I get to come home and just really relish and enjoy that, and I make opportunities for people. I'm just so happy, and I'm happy to be here sharing this with you. Thank you, Tracy.
Wow. Thank you again. Tell me, Adam, how long does it take you to do your makeup?
To do my makeup? You see, but now since 2 years ago, I've
Yes.
done a lot. I've done a
Yes.
few more shows.
When
so
you showed up here, you were apologizing for the makeup and the eyebrows and the this and the that, and you were showing me all your special Spanx and how you adapted this and adapted that. And so from then, how long does it take you now?
So, from, let's say, how's this? Let's say from unshaven, I'm not ready for the gig. I have a beard. I'm like, I've just woken up. It will take me, if I want to be comfortable, 3 hours from then to full costume, ready to leave. To do my makeup, if I'm in a rush, I am not joking. Like yesterday, for example, I had a show. Lovely show, but it was kind of a very quick show. I only did one number. It was kind of an appearance where I was like, hello, I'm here. Nice to see you guys. That's so good. It was literally an appearance. Because someone was surprising them and they were like, they really want to meet you. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll come and do it in drag, I guess.
I hope they paid you a fortune. Anyway.
They certainly. No. Let me not be shady. They didn't pay me a fortune, but I did as a friend. As a favor. Two of my incredible friends, Tamara Day.
Yes.
And Lee Rue.
Yeah.
Lee Rue runs Pablo House in Melville and used to run Pablo Escobar in stunning place. So they were like, please just come and do it. I said, baby, of course I will do it. I told them my fee. We came up with a good one and whatever. But for example, for that, I was like, we're also going to be in the dark. Nobody needs to see me. An hour and a half.
Sure.
I can be done and ready in 1 hour and a half, hit the streets. If I need to go really, really fast even, babes, I can have my makeup on in 1 hour flat. I can put this stuff on in the car.
Shall we?
Yeah, now I'm on.
Now you're an artist.
Now I'm a professional, baby. It's muscle memory. I can get that on. I bet if you gave me a challenge, I could do it in 45. I bet. I'll if you guys want me to try it out, just let Tracy know in the comments, and I will go and do it. And I'll tag Tracy. This will be the Tracy challenge. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well,
I could do it pretty quick.
And then you have to show up.
I will. Oh my word, I will.
Oh, am I dying to see one of your shows, like the Saturday one, I think it is?
Drag brunch.
Drag brunch. Every time I'm invited by my friends, I cannot make it.
Oh,
For
no.
whatever reason it is, I'm either out the country or I'm in the country in the bush or whatever it is, I can never, ever make one. So
I would love that.
That's my goal.
You know what's going to be fun though? Actually, and this is for anyone listening as well, we have a show at Truffles in San. Have you been there? In Mushroom Farm Park.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. When?
Love Truffles. So we're doing it on the 1st of June. And it's going to be like this big pride palaver thing, which is why we're doing it there. The wonderful people from Truffles, oh my word, Carmen Graham, icon. Carmen Graham owns and started Truffles. She started Chunky Chow. She's a boss lady. So she is giving us that space to like do a big show. Maybe come to that if you can. 1st of June. There's also going to be one on the 25th of May. And we're going to be doing... Tracy, I will save you a throne at my shows. I will save you. I will laud you as a hero at my shows.
Did everybody hear that?
Yes.
We have witnesses.
Yes, I'm serious. We'll create that space.
Amazing.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
I would love for you to come. And you know what? The shows are so fun. That's the thing that I love about it as well. It's not like I love a theater moment. But even when I did those drag shows in that theater, people are standing up in the theater, they're partying, they're dancing, and that's what it's supposed to be about.
I can only imagine because you are full on entertainment. You don't just you are the epitome of an absolute experience, theatrical experience.
Oh, that is such a beautiful description.
Really?
And I will take that. I pride myself on that. I feel like my I'm not an esoteric person, but I feel like my purpose in this world was to entertain people.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I believe it, and
yeah, and you're so genuine. You really are. There's nothing intimidating about you.
Oh yay! Try telling that to the men that want to that want to find me.
Yeah,
they're very intimidated.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a pity. But now tell me something. Yes. What makes drag taboo? And maybe when in answering this question, you can bring in a little bit about your experiences, maybe with your family.
Absolutely. So.
If you had that experience, I'm assuming.
You know what? I have. And I think most of the drag artists that I know have as well. The thing that I think makes drag taboo is, of course, like, firstly, I think there's a religious dogma that often contributes greatly to it when people interpret religious texts very literally. Quite literally, or also don't adapt anything for that. It's also an issue with ownership over other people's bodies. The only people who really have an issue with drag, because at the end of the day, what does it have to do with another person? And that's the fundamental question. Because you're not helping me by telling me that what I'm doing is wrong or what I'm doing is like... A lot of the time, people often attribute drag as a sexual deviancy, and I think like... I can't imagine anything worse than having sex with someone when I'm in drag. I'm wearing pads. What do you fucking want me to do? I'll put my ass in a bag and you can take it home. Like, what? This is not going to work. You know, and I think people want to have ownership over other people's bodies because they also, a lot of the times, and it does sound like a bit of a cliche, but it's a cliche because people keep repeating it and no one's listening. The detractors are not listening, in that it's because they don't find comfort in themselves. And you want to impose your discomfort on others. I'll tell you, it extends to drag too. That's why I know it's true. Because when I see a little... listen, I'm a man. I'm built like a man. Especially, I've been going to gym. I'm buff under these clothes, Henny. I'm joking. I'm not joking, though. I am buff. Hello, anyone listening. But I'm a man. So to transform, because also I do female impersonation drag. I don't do like club kid drag. I am wearing beautiful gowns, beautiful wigs. I am wearing body. I'm trying to do that, you know what I mean? So to do that takes me a lot of work. And when I see a little waif of a doll who takes 25 minutes and puts on some labello and a little bodysuit from China Mall and they hit the town and they're ready to party, I am resentful of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, you aren't struggling like me. Well, it's not that it's a struggle. I'm like, you aren't doing this the same way that I am. So therefore your drag must be less valid. And it's like, you trade yourself out of it, but it's always my immediate thought when I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it is easy for you. Someone will be like, I can't believe you take 3 hours to get ready. I take 45 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I bet you look it. I literally don't understand that concept. So when it's down to small little basic things like that obviously, you know, I am a conscious person, and this ties into what I'm going to say. I consciously go, oh no, that's wrong of you. As long as they're doing a good job, then that's all that matters. It doesn't matter that they're not doing the same thing that you are. They're not you. You know what I mean? And that's the job of other people to do as well. Because you aren't comfortable in yourself, it doesn't mean that I need to conform to your comfort. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't need to do that. What I need to do is entertain people in the way that I am adept at. You know what? I pride myself on my fearlessness. And I think that the taboo comes in... fearlessness, let me tie in my family real quick. For example, my mom has been absolutely incredible about my drag. Oh, she is my #1 fan. I'm currently... That artwork that I showed you is currently her profile picture.
Oh, amazing.
My mom is the most amazing person. My mom is a Muslim woman. And subsequently, I mean... So I'm Cape Malay. So we're not like... My family isn't, or at least my immediate family isn't too religious in that way. My mom like never wore hijab. My mother never like did any of that. But when I told her I was gay, when I told her that I was, you know, doing drag or whatever, my mom was always like, yeah, work. She's my best friend, for real. I'm going to her after this to have biryani. I'm so excited. I wish you guys could understand how good that woman is in the kitchen. Dang, that lady. But, even she was concerned that I was choosing an art form as my career.
Right.
Yeah. Every parent is. My dad, on the other hand, I've had some ups and downs. Definitely, especially when it started, he was not having it. And I think he tried at first. I really do. And I'll give him props for that. But also at the same time, do we give props for the bare minimum? I think not. I also don't give props for what is expected. I'll never laud a person or a parent for being accepting of their child. It's quite literally the baseline thing you need to do. It's not like a standing ovation, good job, you like your kid, wow. It's
so
it's
true.
not.
Oh
it's
my
not.
God, so true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'll understand it more if you're from a background where it's really tough to dogmatic, we are so, but it's not, we were just hanging out. We're chilled people. So, with him, it was quite tough. And there have been many rifts between him and I. And it makes me sad in one regard, because it's kind of it feels like you did this because of my job, which is so weird. Nobody goes, my son is an accountant, I never want to speak to him again. Yeah. It's that's so weird. That's so bizarre. Do it because I'm an awful person. So, no, I'm kidding. Yeah. It's just and I don't think he shares that currently. I think he has grown from that, especially, when you show your parents your success, and you kind of go, yeah, actually get this, I didn't need you, and I used my cross-dressing dollars to buy a house. So they kind of chill out about it after you show them that you can make it work.
Yeah.
And like I was actually explaining earlier, it's the best I told you so. It's an I told you so that you can't. I relish an I told you so. It's sits in my chest. As I'm sitting here before you, I feel I just took a deep breath to kind of go, yeah, I did it. I did it with my wigs and my makeup and my corset, and now I don't need anything. I don't need nothing from none of y'all. And he came to see one of my shows. I do want to say though, all of this does sound like I'm ragging on him maybe a little bit. He really did turn it around.
Amazing.
That was the very beginning, and that was a while ago. He really turned it around. The first time he came to one of my shows was last year. He flew up from Cape Town. He came to see me at a drag brunch with a lot of my family as well. It was the first time a lot of them saw me. And that was one of the most beautiful moments of my life. Oh my word, it's so funny. Because he remarried. And it was just such a beautiful moment to go. I was on the microphone and I was having this sincere moment, speaking to everyone. And I was like, my father is here. This is the first time he's here, blah, blah, blah. And everyone was clapping and going crazy. And I was like, and his wife, Melissa, is here. And I'm just so grateful. And I just want to say, Melissa, you're not my real mom and you never will be. And then I started the show.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So stupid. But you can't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
You have to. We're not at the drag show for artistic discourse. We are there to have fun. Life is too serious.
Yeah.
Life is too serious. And you need to have fun. You need to let loose and understand what we're doing in the context of what we're doing is for love and for fun.
And it's theatre.
It's theatre.
It's just how good you are at theatre.
Tea.
Correct.
That's only tea that is being spilt by Miss T herself. Tea with a T. Oh, Tracy with a T. Oh my word, you could have a spin-off podcast.
I have to just tell you, it's not the first time I've been referred to as Tracy with the T.
Period. You see. And no thought is original, folks. No thought is original. Here
But you're the second. So there we go.
It's okay.
So it's
fine.
It.
Second is first place are the losers, but okay.
Adam.
Yes.
You know what I was also thinking about in terms of the taboo. It's almost like, this whole queer thing. We've come a long way in society.
Yeah.
So I think that it's the association with you're going to dress up like a girl and you look weird and you don't fit society's norms, stereotypes. So I think for me, it's probably like that kind of taboo, that the queer thing is just...
Of course it is.
It doesn't sit straight.
Of course it is. People want onus over other people's bodies.
Correct.
You shouldn't have sex with a man. You're a man. Okay, well, you don't need to have sex with a man. Me doing that has nothing to do with somebody else. You're definitely right. It's not at all the same ballpark, which is why often it just confuses queer people as to why people won't just let us fucking live. You know what I mean? Like, let us fucking live. That's all. If there's one thing any of you listeners take away from this, let us fucking live. We aren't trying to bother anyone. We're not... The thought that drag is like a sexual thing, there was that whole thing in Tennessee. Did you hear about it? The drag bans in Tennessee, they're trying to legislate a ban on drag. How? It's 2024. It's 2024. People are saying drag queens are pedophiles.
Wow.
People are saying in the States, it's hectic.
Wow.
Drag queens are pedophiles. They're sexualizing our children. They're doing that. I can't think of even here. So Drag Brunch actually has, very thankfully, Theo and I have kind of created a space where Drag Brunch is now all over the country. And we did our first show in Pretoria a while back. And it was one of my favorite drag brunches ever. Everyone there was so amazing. The venue was absolutely amazing. I loved it. The people from the venue were absolutely amazing. And then we were advertising for the next one. And I get a message from our liaison from the venue being like, hey guys, the body corporate says we're not allowed to do this. They say it's sexually inappropriate. By the way, we were in gowns. Sexually inappropriate. They said it was sexually inappropriate, it was suggestive, and we were bothering everyone around us and blah, 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 blah. I was like, it was a Sunday afternoon in a public space. Also, sexually suggestive. It's so weird how people immediately see queer bodies and think hypersexualization. And that's something that I think people need to deconstruct. It's very frustrating to kind of have to justify the fact that, like, hey, I'm not here to fuck you. What the hell? Why? Like, oh, it's so awful. I hate it.
Yeah, immediately it's sexual dysfunction. You know, it's like...
Or sexual motive.
Yeah. No,
to be in drag. Oh my word.
So sad.
Can I tell you something? I think every person who has an opinion on drag or a negative opinion on drag or a hypersexualized opinion on drag should do drag once. They should just do it once so that they can understand how impossible that is for us. And you want to know why some people... Here's some tea for you, Miss T with a T. The reason most people that I believe say that drag is a hypersexualized thing is because they are sexualizing it.
Of course.
They are into it.
Of course.
They are worlds into it.
Yeah, I have a very strong opinion about religion, and the writers or the interpreters of religion happen to be all male, etc., etc. But anyway, that's for another discussion. But
oh, it is tea with a T.
One last thing before we wrap up, unfortunately.
Oh, what?
Unfortunately.
How long have we been speaking for?
So, you've been here for quite a while. But anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've loved every second of it. Unfortunately, our sound engineer needs to be somewhere after being with us for 3 hours. Who is your greatest influence as an artist?
As an artist? Well, there are a number of drag queens that really inspire me. I mean, apart from, people around us, I have taken a lot of influence from, man, there's so many. It's so crazy because my artistic journey hasn't begun or ended with drag. I have like all these artists' autographs tattooed on me. I'm inspired by so many musicians. Etta James, Aretha Franklin. I love them. I love Jennifer Hudson. Listen, Beyonce. Wow. Unpopular opinion, but I love Beyonce. She is really a major, major inspiration for me. Drag artists, I mean, Trinity, my friend Trinity, she is one of the most impeccable, incredible drag queens I've ever seen. You know, she won All Stars 4, RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 4. She is absolutely incredible, incomparable, really. Monet Exchange, love her. Monet also won All Stars 4, actually. They won it together. They're the only joint winners ever. Monet Exchange, I mean, the list really continues on and on. Bob the Drag Queen. Like, so many of these artists who have kind of like just shown me my space. You know, they've showcased a lot of my own talents and shown me like, this is perfect. I can show up and do this and it will be loved. You know what I mean? It was Trinity years ago when I did the red dress, that big rose dress. I did it for her first show when she first came here, when we met. It was Trinity who was like, you should sing in drag. You should go and sing. Like, you will really do something about it. And I was like, okay, I'll hold off. And the first time I sang in drag was at her show 2 years later.
How many artists actually sing like you?
In South Africa?
Well, yeah.
In South Africa, I mean, mainstream drag artists, I know like Shanae O'Brien sings. Shanae O'Brien is a very good singer. I don't think many. I don't think many on the same scale. Sorry, girls, if you're listening and you're mad, stay mad. Do more then. Do more then. I love it. Look at this. Oh my word, not me being a crazy diva. I think I'm the one doing it the best. Sorry. If you're listening and you're again, if you're mad, stay mad. I think I'm the one doing it the best at the moment. Or rather working the hardest at it. But Shanae is a diva. Shanae is always singing. Shanae is always performing. So definitely props to her. She's the singing drag. She's the first singing drag queen I know of in South Africa.
So the others are really lip syncing.
Yeah. And I love a lip sync. Let me tell you something. Lip syncing is an art form.
Yes.
People don't actually understand how much it takes to nail every part of that song.
Yes.
To absolutely nail it. To see a good lip sync. Look, I'm getting goosebumps. Look, you see that? You can't make that up. You can't make that up. We'll share it as part of the Patreon. I think, and this might even translate into some advice. Do you. When you are a drag artist, it is very easy to get lost in the mix because it can become formulaic. Don't focus on what the other divas are doing. Do not, because you get trapped. I'm speaking from experience, like, and this is only recently where I feel like I've actually let it go. You stay so focused on like, oh, is this queen more popular than me? Oh, is this queen doing this better than me? Oh, what am I going to do? This person can do this in their show. I don't know what I'm going to do. Do you? Because, and this is also a bit of a harsh thing. I've become a bit more accepting of the truth, and the truth is often quite harsh. If doing you isn't giving you success in drag, then it's not for you.
Yeah.
Then it's not for you. Do it for fun. Then do it for fun. Don't do it for career. You know what I mean? Drag is supposed to be unique. And if doing you specifically, what your brand is, what's authentic to you, and you're not copying anyone, you're just like creating yourself. If it's not giving you the success you want, stop doing it. Because then it will never. All I've been focused on is harnessing my own talents to make this work. And I'm very grateful that it has worked. It is working, honey. We are working.
And keep working it, baby.
I certainly shall, Miss T with a T. Oh, I'm only going to call you that. I'm renaming you that on my phone. I am such a fan of yours.
Well, that's reciprocal. There we go.
Thank you, my love.
Adam.
Yeah.
Can you please... Okay, so I'm going to give you this opportunity to share one last thing with our audience, our listeners. Something that's personal, something that's funny, something that you would like them to hear going forward.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well... Okay, I need to think of a smart way to put it. I'm currently in a place in my life where I feel like I am becoming more, and this is especially for queer people, I'm becoming more and more worthy of a romantic or an intimate love that is worth exactly what I believe I am worth. And I hope that anyone listening hears this and has an opportunity to look at what's currently maybe going on with them, with a situationship or with something like that, to kind of go, right, this isn't helping me. I am going to move away from it because this is not my only opportunity. I think that we need to be as in love with ourselves as what we could be with the person who is probably not as in love with you as you need. Mm-hmm. So maybe just hold yourself at a very high esteem whenever you can. Obviously, we always dip, it always changes and fluctuates and whatever. But you need to plan for when you are happy, not for when you are currently feeling sad. Mm. You need to take the necessary steps to make yourself happy. And that starts with loving yourself enough to know when you need to make that decision. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my advice. That's an intimate thing that I'm currently going through that I think people should care about.
Yeah. Never settle for less.
Period. Do not take the crumbs, as Miss T with a T says.
You learn fast, my boy.
Baby, I got that thing on me. That brain.
You deserve more than crumbs.
Thank you.
So much more.
Thank you.
You deserve the whole flippin' cake.
I always say that.
Chocolate cake.
Oh, man. I'm going to go get some now. Actually, I'm going to get some biryani from my mother. I'm so excited. Thank you.
No, thank you. Really. And let's make it another, I don't know, 2 years or so. Let's see where Adam.
Please bring me back sooner.
Okay, we're doing coffee then.
Okay, done deal.
Fine, deal.
Done deal.
Adam.
Yes, my love.
Please, will you tell our listeners how to get hold of you, where to follow you?
Absolutely.
Please, because I can't even spell it. It's on Instagram. So many A's and so many M's and many A's. And
it's so formulaic. I've got it. You guys can follow me on Instagram at ADAAMMAHH. That is Adam. It's like you're upset. I will say though, if you just type in ADAA, I'll show up. And yeah, if you want to contact me for any work-related things, my DMs are open, but you can also contact myself or my business partner Theo at Adam or Theo, respectively, at adam@mediapro.com.
Brilliant. Outstanding.
Yes.
Thank you again for your time.
I am so grateful.
And it's been an amazing pleasure. You are.
I feel emotional. I've loved this. I want to hug you from across here.
Is it? Well, we can do better than that.
We'll hug you. We'll hug now. I'm so happy. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Mwah.